Hey everyone, welcome back to IT Samurai Teacher channel. My name is Sheikh Abdul. Today we have a brand new graphic card that's got quite a long name. ASUS PRIME GeForce RTX 5070 Ti 16GB GDDR7 OC Edition. That's a mouthful name, but what does all these actually mean? Let's break it down before we crack open the box. First up, ASUS, one of the biggest tech brands in the world, known for making high quality motherboards, GPUs, and gaming gear. Think of ASUS like the Toyota of computer hardware, reliable, powerful, and built to last. Now, what about Prime? Big word, Prime. Well, Prime is ASUS lineup that focus on a balance of performance and efficiency. If ASUS Strix and another model, Strix GPUs, are like a performance sports cars, then ASUS Prime series like a well-built luxury sedan, powerful, efficient, and made for both gamers and creators. Now, next we have GeForce in here. You can see GeForce. This is NVIDIA's brand for gaming graphic cards. Just like PlayStation and Xbox are brands for gaming consoles, if you see GeForce like this, you know it's made for gaming AI and content creation. Then comes to RTX. This stands for Ray Tracing Textual Extreme. It's NVIDIA's way of saying, hey, this GPU can do real-time ray tracing, making lightning and reflections look incredibly realistic. Imagine playing a game where shadows and reflections behave like real life. That's RTX technology in action. Now the number 5070 Ti. This follows NVIDIA's usual naming system. Let's break it down. Now 50 series usually mean mid to high type performance, not the absolute top end like a 5090, but much more powerful than an entry level card. The 70 means it's a high performance version of the base 50 series. If the example RTX 5060 is a standard sedan, the 5070 is the sport tuned version with the extra horsepower. The Ti stands for titanium, meaning this is an even more powerful boosted version of the base 570 model. Think of it like a car with a turbocharged engine upgrade, better speed, better power, and better cooling. Now we see 16 GB. This I have in here 16 GB. So 16 GB, this refers to the amount of video memory of VRAM. This GPU has, if the graphic card depth, VRAM would be the size of its countertop space. The more space it has, the more things it can handle at once. 16 GB is a huge amount of making this GPU perfect for high resolution gaming, AI workloads, and video editing. Now we have GDDR7. This is the type of memory and it's super important. Think of VRAM like the RAM of your PC, but especially for graphics. GDDR7 is the latest and fastest VRAM, like upgrading from an old mechanical hard drive to an ultra-fast NVMe SSD. The faster the memory, the quicker the GPU can process high-resolution textures, AI calculations, and game physics. Finally, we have OC Edition, stands for overclock editions. This means ASUS has factory tuned this GPU to run at a higher speed than the standard version. It's like buying a car where the manufacturer has already tuned the engine for better performance out of the box. All right, now that we have broken down what this long name actually means, let's see what's inside the box. Is this GPU has a powerful as it sounds? And before I open this box, I'm going to show you all the information in the box so you get a clear idea. So let's jump right in. All right, let's start with the front of the box. We see some big bold NVIDIA branding, and below what we see some important features listed. But what do this mean? First of all, we can see PCIe 5.0, express support for the motherboard, and we have DLSS4. So DLSS4 stands for Deep Learning Super Sampling version 4. This is an AI-powered technology that boosts FPS in games while keeping the image quality sharp. Imagine playing a game where your GPU is struggling to keep up. DLSS act like a smart upscaler, letting AI fill in the details so you get smoother gameplay without losing visual quality. It's like watching a low-resolution video that magically turns HD. Example, if your game normally runs at 60 FPS in native 4K, DLSS4 can push it up to 120 FPS or more by using AI to fill in missing pixels. Next up, we have ray tracing. This is the secret sauce behind the ultra-realistic lighting, reflections, and shadows in modern games. Instead of using old-school graphic tricks, ray tracing simulates how light actually behaves in the real world. It makes reflections in water, glass, and metal look more lifelike. Shadows look softer and more natural, and even explosions look more cinematic. Example, think about how a movie CGI scene looks so much better than a video game cutscene. Ray tracing is what helps bridge that gap in gaming. Now, NVIDIA Reflex, it's all about reducing input lag. If you are playing competitive shooter like Call of Duty or CS2, Reflex makes sure that when you click your mouse, your shot fires immediately with the least possible delay. It's like upgrading from a slow internet connection to fiber optic. Your reactions feel faster and your aim is more precise. Example, in games like Fortnite or Valorant, having reflex on can mean the difference between hitting a headshot or missing entirely. Finally, we see NVIDIA Studio. This is NVIDIA's special optimization for creators, video editors, and 3D artists. It provides stable drivers that enhance software like DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Premiere, and Blender. So if you are a content creator like me, this GPU isn't just for gaming. It's built to speed up rendering, improve AI-driven tasks, and make creative work way more efficient. Example, if you're editing a 4K video, NVIDIA Studio drivers can make previews smoother and exports faster compared to regular gaming GPU setup. How cool is that? Now, flipping the box over, we get a lot of more details about how this GPU is built. Cooling, why it's so important. ASUS is using something called max contact technology, which means the GPU heatsink is designed to absorb heat better and spread it efficiently. The triple axial tech fans also help keep temperature down while staying quiet. Now, why does this matter? Low temperature, better performance, quieter fans, less noise in your setup. Next, we have reliability. ASUS added dual ball bearings in the fans, which last twice as long as the regular sleeve bearing. It's like comparing cheap tires to high-performance racing tires. One wears out faster, the other gives you long-term stability. Bonus, the GPU bracket is reinforced with 304 stainless steel, making sure the card doesn't bend under its own weight. Okay, next we have software. You can see in here. So ASUS bundles its GPU Tweak 3 software, which lets you manually adjust clock speeds, fan speeds, and even overclock with a few clicks. It's like giving your GPU a turbo boost when needed. How cool is that? And under this, we have some key features mentioned in here. All the key features and the display port and some of my barcode, and so everything in the down section. And the bottom give us some technical details and barcode info, but one thing we do see is a 16 pin PCIe power requirements. What does this mean? Unlike all the GPU that use multiple 8-pin power cables, this one requires a single 16-pin connector. If your power supply doesn't have this, you might need an adapter. All right, now that we have gone over the box and explained all these features, simple terms, it's finally time to open this thing up. Let's unbox this ASUS PRIME RTX 5070 Ti and see what's inside. All right, now I need to be very careful because I'm going to sell this because I am looking to buy my 5090. I couldn't find it, so that's why I got the 5070 Ti. But just in case, if you guys want this to purchase, let me know in the comment section. I'm located in Seattle, so I'm willing to give this, willing anyone to buy it, because I'm probably going to buy a 5090. So this is going to be a review and do testing. So I'm not going to use this box, anything else, this GPU card, and I'm not going to do any gaming. Actually, I'm not a gamer. I'm an AI and content creator, so I'm not going to play any games, but for testing, I will do some testing. And I'm not going to do any Bitcoin mining or anything, so that will be pretty straightforward from my standpoint, that I'm not going to do any kind of Bitcoin mining or anything, or any heavy games. Only for the testing purpose, I will run benchmark stuff. Other than that, ooh, look at this black box. Cool. All right, I have to open this. So I have the box. Now the box, we have something PAP20, Kirkzone. I don't know what this is. Anyways, nothing else. I can see their brand name, ASUS in search of incredible. So I'm going to open this. Let me go back. So the first impression is totally black, and we can see ASUS some kind of box here. Let me open this. Not going to rip anything. So we have a thank you for purchasing this graphic card, and we have a Surge Include warranty card. Nice. And next we have how to use this. So you say make sure that the 16-pin cable is fully insert into the PCIe port on the graphic card. Okay, this is some information how to install in the motherboard. Let me check this one. Quicker start guide, graphic card, the book. They make it nice, looking good, everything. So we have different languages. You can see English and so many languages. So everything is there. Right. I'm going to put this everything back again, which I don't need so far. This one back. Put this away. Now let's go ahead and open this. All right, let's go ahead, take out this cover. Everything is black. Ooh, look at this. So, you know what? Let me take out this stuff first. So we have 3 cable output. Have a kind of thing. That's it. And next, the master blaster. Seems like there's only one in here, nothing else. So how about I'll remove the box, and so put this away. So this is the RTX 5070 Ti ASUS OC Edition. Let me go ahead and carefully remove the thing. Put the, wow, look at this. So, let me put this. Holding this in my hands, the first thing I notice is the sheer weight. This thing feels solid. It's got the premium industrial grade build quality. There's no flex, no cheap plastic, just strong, well engineered piece of hardware. You can really tell ASUS put effort into making this GPU feel durable. Now, just look at this stealthy all black design. ASUS Prime series keep things simple and minimalistic. No over the top RGB, no flashy colors, just pure performance. It's a mix of matte and glossy finishes that give it a clean, professional look. Now, metal black pad. The black pad is all metal, adding weight and strength, but it also helps with the cooling. Now, you can see triple fan cooling. These three massive fans are ready to keep temperature under control, and ASUS XR tech design means they push more air with less noise. Subtle branding. You get a simple ASUS logo and Prime brand aggressive gamer aesthetic, just a clean modern look. Now let me show you something. If you go to the back plate, a small switch label mod P and Q can be set on the back plate. This is dual BIOS feature that allows you to toggle between P mod performance, runs the maximum power for better cooling and performance, and Q mode reduce fan speeds for quiet experience while maintain stability. Now, why this matter? If you prioritize cooling and max performance, set to P. If you want to quiet a system, set to Q mode. Now, next I want to show you power connector 16 pin PCI 5.0. The GPU requires a 16-pin PCI 5.0 power connector. This means you will either need a native PCI 5.0 PSU or use the included adapter to connect to it. This means there are three 8-pin power cables you can see in here. So now the newer GPU require higher power delivery, and the 16-pin PCIe connector is designed to handle more voltage efficiently. Next, I'm going to show you the display outputs, multiple ports for high refresh rate monitors. Now you can see there's the first three. Let me take out one. I'm going to show you one. So these three ports, first 1, 2, 3, these three ports display 2.1 ports, support 4K 240 Hz and 8K at 60 Hz. There's one HDMI port, 2.1 port, support 4K at 120 Hz with HDR and VRR variable refresh rate. You can see there's a large ventilation cutouts help exhaust hot air directly out of the case. So this supports high refresh rate gaming and multi-monitor setup for gaming, streaming or creative work. Before we install the GPU, there are few things we need to remove. Manufacturer added protective covers and prevent scratches and dust during the shipping, but they need to come off before we use. So let's go step by step. The first, we have a thin protective covering the backplate right over the GeForce RTX branding. You don't need to remove any screws or the backplate itself. Just peel off the clear film. This helps with the heat dissipation and gives the card its clean and metal finish. So just in case if you see this doesn't mean you need to take off the backplate, unscrew anything. Just make sure you just peel off this top cover. That's all. Next, bottom of the edge, there might be a plastic cover, the PCI connector. This protects the gold plated contacts from dust and static. Before installing, just slide it off. Make sure nothing is left behind. This one back. Now on the back, we have a rubber covers protecting the HDMI and display port connectors. These are optional, but if you're plugging in a monitor, just pop them off. If you're not using all of the ports, you can keep the covers to prevent dust buildup. So make sure you just don't take it out and put it in the computer unless you are using. So it's good practice to just keep with this and put it back when you're not using, so dust not going to build up in here. Lastly, check the front of the card. Some GPUs come with a thin plastic film over the fan should or around the edges. Just give a quick look and peel off anything extra before we move to the installation. You can see I have come. I'm not going to remove these covers because I'm waiting for my left parts to build my computer. All right, I'm going to jump into my website. I'm going to blog. I did a benchmark. As you can see on the screen, I have built this interactive dashboard to help us to understand how the RTX 5070 Ti compares with both its predecessors, the RTX 4070 Ti, and its more expensive sibling, the RTX 5080. Well, we'll be looking at the technical specification, real-world performance numbers, and ultimately deciding whether this is the card you should be considering for your next upgrade. Now, let's start with the technical specs. The first thing to know, the CUDA core count. The RTX 5070 Ti comes with 8,960 CUDA cores, which is substantial 16.7 increase over the RTX Ti's 4070 7,680 cores. While it doesn't match the RTX 5080's 10,750 cores, it's a still significant upgrade that translates directly to better performance. Now let's look at the memory configuration. This is where things get interesting. The RTX 5070 Ti comes with 16 GB of GDDR7 memory, matching the RTX 5080 and providing substantial upgrade over the previous generation, 12 GB of GDDR6X. This extra memory is crucial for modern games at high resolution and with detailed textures. Now, the memory bandwidth tells even a more impressive story. With 172 GBs, the 5070 Ti offers 33.3 improvement over the 4070 Ti. While it's 12.5 lower than the 5080s, 768 GB, this is still plenty for most gaming and creative workloads. Now let's take a look at the power consumption. The RTX 5070 Ti has a TDP of 300 watt, which is only slightly higher than the 4070 Ti is 285 watt, but significantly more efficient than the 5080's 360 watt. When you consider the performance per watt ratio, the ASUS PRIME OC Edition testing has excellent cooling solutions to handle this power draw efficiently. Now, perhaps the most surprising specs is the price. The RTX 5070 Ti launches at $749 MSRP, which is actually $50 less than the what 4070 Ti launched at. Compared to that RTX 5080's 999 MRP price tag, and you can see why many gamers are excited about this card. Now let's switch to the performance tab. In synthetic benchmark, RTX 5070 Ti delivers approximately 16.6 better performance than the RTX 4070 Ti. While the RTX 5080 does perform about 17% better than the 5070 Ti, comes with 33 higher price tag. This means the RTX 5070 Ti actually offer better performance per dollar, making it the more value-oriented choices for the most users. For gaming especially, let's look at the resolution performance at 1080p. This card is absolutely overkill, delivering well over 144 FPS in the most modern titles. At 440p, which I consider the sweet spot for this GPU, you are looking at 100 plus FPS with high to ultra setting in demanding games. Even at 4K, the card performs admirable, delivering 60 plus FPS in most titles, especially when taking advantage of DLSS technology. It's not quite as smooth as the 5080 at this resolution, but the difference isn't as dramatic as the price gap would suggest. Let's go to our summary tab to wrap this up. The RTX 5070 Ti represents exceptional value in NVIDIA's 5000 series lineup. You are getting next-gen features and significantly improved performance at a lower MSRP than the previous generation. It's ideal for high refresh 1440p gaming, entry-level 4K gaming with DLSS, content creation, video editing, and even AI workloads thanks to the improved tensor cores. There are few things to consider. The 300 watt TDP means you'll need an adequate power supply. I recommend at least 750 watt. The ASUS PRIME OC Edition I'm testing offers better thermals than the reference design, which is worth the slight premium if you're concerned about temperatures. And the 16GB of GDDR7 memory makes this card more future-proof than its predecessors, which is important as games continue to demand more VRAM. The final verdict, the RTX 5070 Ti represents the sweet spot in NVIDIA's RTX 5000 series lineup. It offers significantly improved performance over the previous generation at a lower price point. While it doesn't match the raw power of the RTX 5080, its value proposition is much stronger. For most gamers and content creators, this provides the best balance of performance and value, unless you are exclusively gaming at 4K with the ray tracing maxed out. The extra $250 for the 5080 is hard to justify. If you found this analysis helpful, my box unboxing and review the product, if you like it, please hit that subscribe button to stay updated with the more tech reviews and tutorials. Let me know in the comments if you're planning to upgrade to the RTX 5070 Ti or if you have any questions about this card. As always, this is Shia from IT Samurai Teacher, helping you master technology one video at a time. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.